So, hey everyone, welcome to the Community Days Mexico City 2023, powered by MS Cloud events. And thanks for joining my session today. So, before I start, I want to thank you to all the sponsors who helped this community event mm, to go on and keep supporting us for the future events. And let's move to the next slide. And so before I start, a brief intro about myself that my name is Adan Amin, and I'm a Microsoft MVP since 2015 for Office Apps and Services. And I having over 18 years of experience of working on Microsoft technologies. I am also a Microsoft certified trainer since 2009 and working as a senior technology consultant at Oliver Goose, a US-based company. And I'm right now in Pakistan, Lahore, and the time here is 11 p.m. here, so almost midnight. And you can reach out to me on my Twitter, Facebook, or LinkedIn for any further dates. So the topic which I have chosen is on Power Automate and SharePoint online integration. This is a very common topic, but I made the session is level 100, and I will be sharing the basics. If you don't have the previous background on SharePoint or on Power Automate, then that this session is will be very helpful for you. So, what we are going to cover today, we will be discussing a brief overview on Power Automate, SharePoint Online, Microsoft Lists, and then all the benefits of integration of business processes, some real life examples, and a walkthrough demo on the Power Automate and SharePoint integration. That how it integrates with the list and how simple is it. I'm just turning off my video because sure. Just give me a second. So Power Automate is a cloud-based service formerly known as Microsoft Flow, and it's an online tool within the Microsoft 365 used for the creation of automated workflows between apps and services, and used for synchronizing files, getting notifications, collecting data, or and approvals. And we can say that it allows you to automate workflows between your favorite apps and services. And you can create flows that can on repetitive tasks integrate which integrate with other apps and services, and you can also create your custom connectors which can connect with your third party applications or data sources. And these features help to reduce the manual work and increase efficiency and improve the productivity. And just let me show you quickly on the how it looks on the browser also. So here I'm on a demo tenant which I created on to the Microsoft developer, and here I will just go to the site launch and click on Power Automate. This is uh, the dashboard area or the home page of my Power Automate on this demo tenant. So when if you open it, it will show you the your workflows, all the templates which are available, built-in templates which are available, and flows. Desktop flows is used for the SharePoint on-prem versions. And also, if someone else has created a flow and given me ownership, then I can also see those workflows here. Let's move to the slide. So this was a quick review on that how the Power Automate looks like. And now, if I talk about SharePoint Online, SharePoint Online is a cloud-based service. Now, and there's another SharePoint which is called on-premise, but we are discussing about SharePoint Online today. which it allows you to store, organize, and share information with your team members, partners, or vendors, or any other user. And you can manage your content here, and you can use a secure way to share with you others. It's a powerful tool that can be used for document management, collaboration, and security. With SharePoint Online, you can create team sites, so files, and work on documents in real time. And these features help to increase the productivity, improve collaboration, and ensure that your data is secure. And with help of Power Automate, we can run business processes on on that data. Here I am also going to cover about Microsoft list, and here I am discussing about SharePoint list because I will be using within SharePoint, but Microsoft list also have the same way, and you can create Microsoft list directly from your Teams and also from the your SharePoint site. So and those lists are created under your OneDrive account. So a list in SharePoint allows you to organize the information dynamically and flexibly. You can create a list from scratch, or you can use built-in templates that are available. And the list contains rows and columns just like a database table, and it's really easy to create columns to those lists. Once you create a SharePoint list, you can add columns and create views to display data effectively. And additionally, you can sort, you can group, format the a list interface, and can filter the display and how it will display based on your requirement. Like if I take you an example of a ticketing system, then you can also group by and the tickets, support tickets assigned to a user. And the modern ship and list experience is highly responsive, accessible, and can be used on any device. Let me show you quickly on the SharePoint list. First, I am going to the SharePoint Admin Center, and from here I went to the active sites. These are all the SharePoint sites which are available on my tenant, current tenant here. And you can also create a develop if you don't have a dev tenant, you can easily create a dev tenant to the developer.microsoft.com, and that will give you a demo tenant for 90 days, and that is extendable. So I will just create a communication site, whatever I want to create. And these are the built-in templates which are available. I'm just going for the standard one and choose template. I will name it as community days 2023. I am just writing the name of the owner. So meanwhile, the site is creating. Let me show you also. It will just take us few seconds. And this today I'm going to the demo to, uh, will be step by step, and I'm just showing you that how from start to end, that how you are going to create a SharePoint site, list, workflow, and integrating those things here. This is something. Yeah, I'm just building based on the newest one. So here my site here. So I will go to the site content here. This is the backend, and it have all the document libraries where I store documents and lists listed here. So here I can create a list based on the templates. There are multiple templates available, like issue tracker. These have a built-in template with views, and all the setups are available, and we can use this one, or we can also create a custom template where we can define our own columns. I'm just creating a custom one. I'm just naming it as a employee, and create. Title is a name. I can add columns to it. Name, email, and another column twice. Status. Status is active. Active. Or just writing some random values here. I just have created a list, and now going back to this demo here, so you can see that how easy it is to create a item here, and I can add some information here, like my name here. And status as active here. So information is added here, and when I say that it's responsive, it means that if on any device, this will be a responsive one. This will have a responsive interface, and that interface will adjust according to the device. And how easy it is to create the list and stuff. So now move to the integration benefits. What would be the benefits which we can get when we create the workflows? And the Power Automate, by automating your workflows, you can achieve significant efficiencies and streamline your business processes. You can increase productivity and enhance collaboration and improve your document management practices and approval processes. With Power Automate, you can automate many repetitive tasks that would otherwise require manual intervention, which could have chances of errors. And uh, and when you use this automation, then you can free up some time which can utilize on some other tasks. And now we are going back to the demonstration that how we are going to create this workflow. So before I'm going there, I'm just creating a simple scenario that right now I have shown you that how a workflow works. So I'm now going to create three things. I'm going to create a Microsoft form where I will submit information, and from that form, it will submit the information to the Power Automate, and from Power Automate, the information will be submitted to SharePoint list. And this is a simple process which can be enhanced further. And if you don't know about Microsoft Form, the Microsoft Form allow users to create surveys, quizzes with automatic marking, collect data, and show them graphically. So let's go to the to our site again. So here I'm going here, and you can see here that Microsoft Forms. I am going to create a new form. I'm naming it as PMP data, or we can name it anything. This is form for new noise question name, and this is it. I'm adding a second column here, name, email. Email is also a text field. And actually, we have some limits on this Microsoft form, but it's easy to collect the information. And status. I'm just adding some choices here. Active only. And I could have more columns here, but I created only these three columns. So I'm going to use these three columns, or I can add one more column here, like salary. Oh, I'm not adding a salary, not a this one. Okay. So I'm just using these three columns, and the information has been saved here on the form, and I'm going to Power Automate flow here. Here is my so I will create a new workflow here. So so here we have also in Power Automate we have templates here, and how workflow works that you need to trigger the workflow either it's manual or you're using a automatic trigger, like when an item is added to a list or a form is submitted, it will submit the information to the it will trigger the workflow which can submit the information. And here we have different examples for the built-in templates which are available on the site here. You can see the list of templates here, and we are not going to use any of these one. And when we are going to use any of these, we need to create the connections. Like if I talk to you about this one, it have three connections, also involving SQL database and other sources. So I am going to the my flows here and will create a new flow and automatic flow here. We can write the name of the flow, new employees flow. And we can also select trigger, but if we don't, because I have recently used this trigger before, so it's still showing me this name. So I'm not going to create from here. I'm just skipping this step here. Now this has opened me a blank workflow page. So here I will select for the here I can name the workflow my flow here, new employees flow, and I can go for the Microsoft Forms. You can see here. And here you can see that when a new form is submitted, I will select this trigger. Now, whenever a form is submitted, this will trigger. Here I can select that which form I'm talking about. So I have recently created this one, EMP data. So it will select this one and make sure that you have the proper access to the information. Now it will trigger on this form, and now I need to fetch the information submitted on the form. So what I need to do, I need to create the check for the activities form, and form has one get response detail. So here I need to get the ID. I will select that the which form I'm looking for, employee data, and here I need to submit the ID of the list item which I have been submitted for that form. So which I get from this trigger, this the above one. So I will select this one here. Now what I need to do. So here comes the business process which we're discussing, that we can have multiple scenarios here. If it's a long form and information need to be submitted to different departments, that can be routed from here. We can add additional conditions here, and also we can if we need to send an email, we can also send that email to any user here. So right now, I am going to create that, submit that information which is submitted to the form to the SharePoint list. So I will go search for the SharePoint list, add item activity, SharePoint here. add item activity here. Let's see. Sorry, create item. So here I need to select the SharePoint site, and this showing me a couple of SharePoint sites. But if I can't see my SharePoint site, I will go to this one and copy the URL here. Okay. So I don't know why it was not showing up. So now you can see the employees list is showing up. I only have one list here. So I have selected this one, and it's shown me all the properties of the list form. Here I can have these properties. For example, on name, I'm adding these are the information from get response. Detail get response is this one. I can also rename the activity name form data. And if I go here, it will show me all these values here and status. And here, like the status value on which I was checking there, I can also base at condition get conditional value here, or I can select it from here. Status here. And there are a few more things that we can also modify if we need to uh, doing the automation or want to add a prefix here. I can also add that here. From flow. Let's leave this for now. And just we can say now technically we can run this flow, and this will submit data to the SharePoint list. And we can also test this one right now. If we go for testing, it do not have any data here. So we need to have at least one data there. So I will go to the form here, and it's showing me all the questions here. I'm just submitting the information. I will go to the preview. I will just change the name is status. Okay. Oh, I just made some mistakes here. Let me go back and just modify this thing. I just have these three fields. Let me just refresh my flow. And this was I selected referring to the other value field. Go back here and now submit information. This could run into error. I'm not sure if there's anything comes up. So this is the form data is submitted here, and if I go to the responses here, you can see that one response is submitted here. But let's see that what happened on the flow overflow here. I will go back to the flow detail page here, and you will see that the flow is executed 18 seconds ago, and it was successful. And if I go to this one, this will show me the graphical interface for the complete activities of for the flow, the input information which is submitted from the form, which trigger which is accessed here, and now the information submitted to the SharePoint list here. Now, if I go to my SharePoint list here, here we have the list here. You can see that the last entry was added. Somehow, it haven't added that active that status. So something went wrong here. We can also identify that. So that has it has taken that as a text field. So there could be some minor error. John. So we need to edit the form here. Sorry, workflow. It's not recognizing that value here. So I will go for the custom again and select the status here. And save the changes. Email saving. And now I will go for the test run here. We already have one value here. I'm just using that value again. And let's see. So the flow is submitted successfully. So now we got the value for active. What happened here, because we removed the column and we edit that column, so it we lost the value here. So this is the simplest way for integrating to SharePoint and Power Automate, and we fetch the information from a different form here. And if I go to the flow here, you will see for the connectors, you will see three separate connectors here, two separate, sorry, from one for the Microsoft form and second one for the SharePoint list. Where right now I have submitted the email address. You can also fetch the information of the user based on the email address, and that will require the user profile activity, and a connection with the user for the user profile will also be required here. And same goes for the sending email. So multiple connections will be created based on the activities you are using on your flow. Just spend some time on it, play around if you haven't played it, and you will found it very uh, easy and helpful. Now I'm going back to the topic. I hope that we have time. Yes. So Now we did a walkthrough on the form here. So now let's discuss about the real world examples to give you a better idea of what this look like in practice. Let's look some of the examples here I have listed here. One common use case for the Power Automate and SharePoint integration is to create approval workflows for expense reports, where SharePoint can store and manage expense reports while Power Automate can automate the approval process and notify the relevant stakeholders that if expense report is budgeted, then it will can approve automatically, or if it is out of budget, then it will escalate to the top management for the approval. So you can different rules which you can apply on your flow. And another example is the document management for the project teams, where project where Power Automate can be a flow can be created for document approval, sending notifications, and the version control. This can significantly improve the productivity and reduce the risk of errors and miscommunication. And SharePoint can also use to create custom surveys and store the feedback collected, just like I have shown you here, that fetching the feedback from the form and submitting it to the SharePoint list. And Power Automate can be used to automate and analyze and power, automate and do the analysis process and notify the relevant stakeholders. Like if the information relevant to different departments, then information will be sent to those departments. And this can be a valuable tool for businesses looking to improve customer satisfaction and loyalty. And you can generate reports analytics based on your sales data. These are just a few examples of how Power Automate and SharePoint integration can integrate you integration used in the real world. And as you can see, the possibilities are endless, and the businesses can leverage these platforms to improve their business processes, increase productivity, and drive the growth. Now, if I talk to you about some of the best practices which you need to be careful while creating the flow, is it is important to follow some of the best practices. First one is that plan your flow automation carefully and involve all the stakeholders, business users. Think about the tasks you want to automate and how they fit into your overall business process to ensure they meet your business needs. And here you there are organizations which have business processes. You might need to re-engineer the process to fit on your yeah, on Power Automate flow. And there could be some a few manual tasks, but try to have maximum on the automation process. Secondly, test your flows with different scenarios thoroughly and before deploying them to ensure that it work as expected. This will help you catch any errors or issues before they impact your business. And finally, monitor your flow regularly to ensure that they are running smoothly and make adjustments as needed. This will help you identify and resolve any issues quickly and ensure that your flow are always working as intended. So if I go back to the to my flow here, you notice that on this page, it's showing me a 28 days run history, and it's showing me that success, yeah, the status which I mentioned, that to check thoroughly on weekly basis that if the flows are running. If someone is not performing correctly, then you can verify that. So here both are successful. But this one, the earlier one was successful, but it have a glitch that it haven't submitted the information properly. So these are the scenarios which you need to identify during testing. And also, you can see that this one is submitted from test, and You can add expand your flow with for the activities for updating the SharePoint list items, fetching the information, and triggering from directly from there. And just showing you here that how that will work. You can directly apply uh, Power Automate from here, and this will from the SharePoint list also directly, or which can be on a selected item when an item is updated or when an item is created, and which can be used for different purposes, for approval, for notification, and different in tasks. And so you can reach out to me on my blog, MS Tech Talk, YouTube channel, and my Facebook page. And let me know if there are any questions here because I think I still have some time left. I don't see any questions here. Thank you so much. I have if if you have any questions, you can post it here. I can share the details with you further. And this was a basic session for the integration on the SharePoint Online and Power Automate. Do share your feedback. So thank you so much, guys.
Hi everyone.